One. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Nerd Cave News, the one-stop shop for all the video game news that you need to know. I am one of your hosts, Zach Dice, joined along with Don't Go Jason Waterfalls. That's the name.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, don't go chasing one. Like that.
Yeah.
So,
It's like Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls by TLC, but Don't Go Jason Waterfalls.
oh,
Yeah.
Jason Waterfalls. All right.
Yep.
Very clever.
Very cool.
Definitely high marks for that.
Thank you, B, for that. And guys, you can
Yes.
submit your Derek nickname down in the comments below. There is a link for you. The better ones get chosen. So give us good ones.
The better exposition, the better it gets chosen, or the higher chance it gets
the
chosen.
better it gets chosen, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, you can.
I don't know. I've hung out with you too much. You're rubbing off on me.
Guys, you can become part of the ship, part of the exclusive crew by going over to patreon.com/nerdcave, just like our wonderful crew members, the first mate, Brandon Hicks, Richard Newell, Daniel Sanford, Rushing Waters Yoga, the conductor, Marilyn James, Martin Sager, and Brittany, the Granny B. Harrison. Amy said, laugh out loud when Zach doesn't know the song. Derek, where can they find the Nerd Cave?
You can find Nerd Cave News on a variety of platforms such as Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Watch us live each and every week for our pre- and post-show shenanigans, or go over to YouTube to watch the replay of the show. If you like the bite-sized nuggets of gaming news, check us out on TikTok. Search Nerd Cave Network on any platform and you will find us.
And our game club game of September, guys, because it's fixing to be September, is Rise of the Tomb Raider. So come and join us on our journey as we go through Rise of the Tomb Raider. We'll be talking about it each and every week. If we played it, if we didn't play it, we'll share clips as they're shared in our Discord. So come and be a part of that. Game club is awesome.
You corrected it before I could say anything, because I literally in the doc you were changing it and it said Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm like, I don't know what game you're playing, but
hey,
we're playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, sir.
We're trying to get Laura a raise. Trying to get Laura a raise.
But you know what can't get raised? The Vita from the grave.
Guys, we've got to get into our gaming discussion for the week. Gamescom has been going on this week.
Oh, yeah.
Has been a ton of stuff, from Xbox's conference to some PlayStation announcements to even third parties having some very large, things that leaked beforehand, but still pretty awesome at the same time. But opening night live had some announcements with Jeff Keighley, and the first of those was this: Saints Row reboot has been announced for February 25th, 2022 for the PS5, PlayStation 4, Series X and S, the Xbox One, and PC.
Yeah, so it's, there were some rumors, what was it, a couple days going into it that because everyone's like, where's the sequel? Is going to there be a Saints Row 5? And then this comes like, we're just going to reboot the franchise. So they're restarting it, kind of like Tomb Raider, when they rebooted that franchise. What was the last big reboot that they did?
They did like some smaller games. But there were some early like 2000s Tomb Raiders that were actually pretty good. From what I remember and everything, but then they did this launch of this one and everything. We're not going to watch the trailer. Y'all can go watch it and everything. Have you watched it?
Like 3.5 minutes. So
have you watched it, Derek?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. It's a cinematic and everything. They did show some gameplay of Saints Row and everything. It's a more kind of cartoony, loony version of GTA 5. If you can get get more loony than GTA 5.
Right.
But it feels more grounded than the last few Saints Row, because they were getting way out there with,
especially 4, when it's like, oh, you're the president of the United States and aliens abduct you. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah, and now you have superpowers. This one feels more grounded and everything. it looks good, but I I don't know how crazy it's going to be. I don't know if it will be on that same level. I think they're trying to
Yeah.
take a little, pull that a little bit back, ground it a little bit more, and be
Well,
interesting.
Well, and it's funny because the first two Saints Row games were like, yeah, they had
Mhm.
a lot of tongue in cheek, but they were serious. They tried to be a GTA competitor, and they got flack for it, and it didn't really
Yeah.
reflect well sales wise. So they're like, let's do something different,
Mhm.
and that's when from three they went with the zany, wacky,
Yeah.
out of this world type of gameplay, and that's when it took off for
Yep.
better or for worse. It is what it is, but yeah, so it seems like if they're rebooting it, they may be trying to go back. Maybe they find more of a balanced mixture
Yeah.
of like, hey, we're going to be somewhat serious like GTA, but have our core like zaniness of that you've known our last couple of games to be mixed in.
Yeah. Dan said, goodness, Saints Row is going to be nuts. And he was talking about the last one. You're a president in the alien matrix.
Right. When I was thinking it out after I thought about it, it's like obviously it wasn't a thing up until the last couple of years, but it's like describing the plot of Saints Row 4 is like watching an episode of Rick and Morty.
Yeah. It's a fever dream. It's a fever
Right.
dream. So guys, let us know. Are you excited for Saints Row? Put it in the chat if you're going to get it and jump into it. But the next game that we're going to talk about is the one that,
Yeah.
like, one of the ones that just like popped off for me. Marvel's Midnight Suns, the Firaxis Marvel XCOM game, has been announced for March 2022 with a gameplay reveal set for September 1st, which is right around the corner. The game will feature customizable heroes along with iconic characters like Iron Man, Wolverine, Captain Marvel, Captain America, and more. Yeah.
And yeah, and we had kind of talked about this when it kind of was leaking. What was it? Sometime last month or in June.
We talked about it last week, week before last.
Yeah, so I knew it wasn't that long ago, but it had gotten leaked, and the whole thing was like you can maybe have them to your squad, like maybe as your mentors or whatever, but you won't be able to play as them.
Yeah.
So, but you're gonna make your own hero. So I can't wait. It's next Wednesday, I think, is the first. So I want to see what the gameplays looks like to see how deep the customization is going and how crazy you can make your character.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. We're fixing to watch the trailer and everything.
Yeah.
It's interesting that it's going to be that instead of like a, Marvel Ultimate Alliance where you can control them and everything and upgrade them, get them all of that. But I agree with Pastor Jedi. This game looks sick. When they showed the trailer, I was like, I'm down.
Yeah.
And then I saw Firaxis. I'm like, okay, this is the game we were talking about and everything. So let's check out the trailer, guys.
Mm-hmm.
First, they conquered humanity's greatest evil. And she lay.
I love that little shield, like lasers. And this is a totally new character. Like, this is not a pre-existing character.
She lay in rest.
Definitely like an interesting take for the song they used in this too.
That's the newest version of Ghost Rider.
Yep. Robbie Reyes.
Yep.
Which showed up in one of the last couple, or season 5 of S.H.I.E.L.D., season 4 of S.H.I.E.L.D., one of those.
Now our nightmares have come for us, and she must awaken.
Man.
Looks like a Diablo villain.
Yeah.
Mother. Yeah, Blade's gonna be in it, which is dope.
Yeah.
Like, Wolverine looks so cool there. like his armor and everything.
Yeah,
Like all of them are matching and everything, but it looks super dope.
definitely a very Guardians 1-esque scene.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider looks very cybernetic, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. All right. I am pumped. I am pumped, man. Like I could not be more excited for this game. Murdoch said they copied the Ghost Rider chains from God of War. It does feel kind of God of War. Like Ghost Rider's always used chains, but it definitely feels more like Kratos than, you know.
Also reminds me of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Get over here. Dr. Disrespect sang along with this, and it was like I can imagine. I love Doc. He's awesome. The hooks are straight from Kratos. I can see where you're going on that, but like for me, the game looks great. Like Fraxis is always good at like storytelling. The gameplay does not look anything like this. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all 100% for the people that have never played an XCOM game, you're going to be disappointed. Like if you are expecting it to look like, you know, this or even Marvel's Avengers, like it is not not going to operate that way.
It's also an apt comparison. Like, look at Halo Wars. You know, like how great was Halo Wars 2 trailer or Halo Wars 1, and you see the graphics you got, and it's like, what is this?
Yeah, like
even the cutscenes, you know.
Yeah, the cutscenes in Halo Wars was, oh my god, so gorgeous. I still love the game, but it is not like, it's not going to be on the same thing. I'm not knocking Fraxis because I love the XCOM series and everything. It's also like you look at Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the cutscenes always look great. You play the game and it's like, this doesn't look anything like the cutscene.
This ain't it, boss.
So the reason why I'm saying this is for the people that are excited that never have played an XCOM game. You might want to go look at some gameplay because that's what they're going to lean on. Because they are one of the best at that type of gameplay. For me though, like if you're creating one character, I don't think there's going to be like your character. I don't think is going to die. There's not going to be a permadeath type deal. The way I could see them playing this though is like if one of the characters get hurt, like on a mission, that knocks out the character for so many missions or something like that.
Right.
Because they're not going to kill off a character, you know, unless it's like worth it in the story. Worth it in the story, not just like in a mission, someone just downs them.
But, you know, with it being like a separate, their own game, they could still do that.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not going to, you know, it's not like it's canon or anything, you know what I mean?
True. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think it will be like, oh, they're hurt, something like that. It's going to be more like the modern XCOM, not the old XCOM, Murdoch. So, Pastor just said, they had me from creators of XCOM.
Fair.
Dan says, it's kind of like Fire Emblem. I've never played Fire Emblem, so I'm not 100% sure on that one.
It's more of a grid-based strategy, so I don't know like how XCOM, if it's turn-based or if it's grid-based, but Fire Emblem is definitely very grid-based. So,
it is. Okay, so how XCOM has worked recently, the last two that they've made, is you have a squad of like 4, you move your people, and then it's the enemy's turn. And you just go through the map, and when you find somebody, they fight. And you can pick the different kind of skills that you want to say. It is turn-based. You can stop it, you can look around, that sort of deal. But I don't think they're going to do permadeath though. I don't feel like that's something that they're gonna jump into. Anything you want to add to that one, Derek?
No, I'm about to say, I mean, it looks good. Like, I've never played an XCOM game. It takes like I've said several times, but I'll say it again. It takes a lot for me to play a turn-based strategy game, let alone like a grid-based strategy game. So, hey, but you throw Marvel on a lot of things, I'll at least give it a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd be curious, like, if you could like do co-op. That would be so dope. That'd be fun.
How about this? I would say it. They'd be remiss if they didn't, but I could also say that, you know, for Axis, they do what they want. They probably won't. Maybe it'll be online co-op, but
yeah, because I know XCOM 1. I haven't played XCOM 2. you were able to do like co-op and everything through missions. So
Yeah.
yeah, the modern XCOM's games are fun, even though they're turn-based. The old XCOM stuff I didn't really like. I've only watched some videos on the old XCOM, but the new XCOM I really enjoy. Moving on, though, guys. The next one, like we hit two like right back to back on what I'm excited. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga gets a new gameplay trailer and a spring 2022 release window. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Hopefully this one sticks because it was supposed to come out 2 springs ago. Like, I understand Cyberpunk is a thing, but it was supposed to be, well, no, maybe it was like last spring. Yeah, it was supposed to be last spring. Then it got delayed till that last fall. Then it got delayed to this spring. Then it's delayed to this fall. And now it's next spring. So yeah, it'll be 2 springs by the time it comes out. So hopefully it can stick to it this time.
Let's hope so. I want to check this out. I've been keeping away from it. I've only seen like a few things, but I've been keeping away from it. So let's do it.
Yep.
Promise me you will train the boy.
Yes, Master.
I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
How did my father die?
This is totally new gameplay, guys. Like, this is not just a remaster of the other ones. This is a totally new game.
Yep. And the rumor was they were rebuilding it from the ground up anyway.
Yeah. That's dope. And we finally get an 8 and 9.
Yeah. It was weird when they did just 7.
Reach out. The boy has no patience. He is not ready.
I am ready. Ben, I can be a Jedi. Ben, tell him I'm ready.
I was gonna say, since we got cut off, what were your reactions to the trailer?
I'm excited, man. I cannot wait for that, like it being all remastered, not just remastered, remade. Like that excites me a lot. And when they were showing the universe and being able to fly to the various places, man, that is going to be so cool. That is going to be so cool. What did you think?
No, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I was telling them when I was entertaining before you called me about the technical difficulties, I was saying, first Lego game was the original trilogy back on PlayStation 2. Love the mess out of that. Love even love the prequel Lego movies. Never played Force Awakens. Yeah. But, I don't think I played because they did a third one based on the Clone Wars TV show. Never played that either. But I'm excited to get back into this world, back to the love that started the love of my Lego games,
Yeah, I've played them all. I haven't finished them all. Because the Clone Wars one I wasn't really huge into, but maybe now, like going back and everything, so that might be a different, but I think it was based more off of the movie than it was like the series.
Got you. That makes sense.
And then episode 7 I got, but I never finished. I played some of it and I was like, I don't know, like I didn't go all the way through. So I'm excited to be able to go from 1 all the way to the end. I know I'm sure a lot of like the design will be similar, but
Yeah.
I know
Excuse me.
with like the older ones, like they had like a certain feel to their levels and everything. So
Mhm.
I'm wondering if they're going to keep that and everything. Dan
Yeah.
says, I like the big battle format of the Lego Clone Wars. Yeah, like I remember that it was very different. And I think now I would probably like it just because it is different than the other Lego games. Because a lot of them kind of feel very similar.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I cannot wait. Hopefully it will land spring 2022 so we can actually play it. It will be a stream game. I will tell you that. It will be a stream
I
game.
know it won't be probably on a Tuesday because when May the 4th was this year is on a Tuesday, but be nice to do it around May the 4th release date, So
that would be a perfect time.
Now I'm having a little technical difficulties, but I just got to reboot my computer. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, Derek and I have been having technical difficulties, but who doesn't have technical difficulties? You, because you're awesome. And guys, we're so glad that we are going to be getting to do our 12-hour stream on Saturday, guys. It is going to be awesome. We've officially hit our goal. We hit it tonight. So I am pumped. Pump it up. I am pumped for Saturday. We've got an awesome list of games and everything that we're going to be doing on Saturday, from Among Us, Knockout City, to Animal Crossing, Space Engineers, to doing some live shows and a quiz show later that night. And we're going to be crowning the ultimate nerd of the Nerd Cave. Who's going to be the ultimate nerd? Only you can decide that. So make sure to be there or be square. Be square than a nerd. So we're excited about that. We're also going to be doing an live episode of As Far As I Can Remember. I am looking forward to it. We're going to be doing the Narnia, The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. Me and Allie are going to be remembering that. And it's been a long time since I watched it. So I'm looking forward to being a part of that. It's been a while since we've done it, as far as I can remember. So I'm excited, guys. It's going to be a great time. We got Derek back. We got him back.
That was a quick one.
That was a quick one. So Derek.
Yes.
Let's get into our
I gotta catch you. We're in the show proper. My name is Jason.
Oh, sorry. Jason Waterfalls.
Yep.
Jason Waterfalls. We're about to watch the next trailer. This is the Jurassic World Evolution 2. It is set its release date for September. It is set its release date for November 9th. So it is going to be awesome. So let's check it out, guys. I say it's going to be awesome. I haven't checked the trailer out, so hopefully it'll be awesome.
First one was really good, actually.
So it's saying an authentic Jurassic World. Is this like where, the dinosaurs like murder everybody?
No, I don't think it goes that far.
Welcome to Jurassic World.
right from the first movie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go, guys. I've never played this, but it looks like Murdoch is like finally bigger maps, maybe. San Diego?
Yeah.
What? What about San Diego?
Maybe the location.
Carmen San Diego?
Where in the world is she?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the dinos escaped into the wild. The sign said San Diego.
Oh.
Well, maybe
missed that, I'm sorry.
you get to choose like where they. Okay, yeah, I see it. He's talking about like right here. It says
Got you.
San Diego. Let's yeah. I don't know if it's necessarily a game for me,
Yeah.
but you know, hey,
It's fun. I just
Yeah.
not like the whole sim creation games. Like,
I like mine to be with like a lot of despair, a lot of frozen tundras. Those are kind of my worlds. Murdoch says the first one was fun. It's curious like that it's not coming to PC. Like I was kind of
yeah.
like that would be the perfect place that you know to be would be a PC.
Maybe it will, and maybe it'll just come later.
Possibly. Guys, let us know. Are you interested in playing Jurassic World Evolution 2? What are they evolving? What are maybe you get to do some like some gene splicing.
Ooh.
You know, you rip your genes like running from a T-Rex and you gotta like splice.
That's gene splitting, not splicing.
Ah, there you go. On our next game, guys, this is just an announcement for the date that it has been picked. New Dark Pictures House of Ashes trailer. There's been a new trailer. Shows that the real threat and will be coming October 22nd. So if you want to check that out, look it up. Look it up. We got some quickies from Gamescon because guys, there was a ton of stuff, and this first one is gonna set Murdoch on fire, and he's gonna run around the house screaming and hollering. But it is going to be awesome. So Derek, take it away for these Gamescon quickies.
So the first one is April O'Neil is a playable character in the new TMNT Shredder's Revenge game. Amazon's new open world beta is set for September 9th through the 12th, ahead of its September 28th release, and teases post-launch plans. Riders Republic beta is now open to everyone until August 28th. Splitgate Season 0 announced and is out now with a new map and infection game mode. Persona 5's Morgana will be arriving in Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania as post-launch DLC. Valheim Heart and Home update releases September 16th and is focused on improving the game's core base building and survival mechanics. And new Outlast Trials gameplay shown, and it will, I forgot to add this in, but it is set for an early 2022 release date.
Well, there you go. And the one that I was talking about, everybody, is April O'Neil is the playable character in TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Murdoch's really big on that game.
Right.
And another thing that they showed was that you can actually revive a fallen player with pizza in this game. Yeah. And
very well thought out.
April O'Neil is the stance that she has is an homage to the old version of the game, like her fighting stance and everything.
Yeah.
She fights Murdoch. She fights. She has got her microphone and she pops people in the face with it. So there you go. Into the Unknown, which is also known as the Xbox Gamescom news. There was a new Dying Light 2 gameplay trailer revealed, and I didn't pull any of these up. But you know, that's okay. Yeah, interview stun. You know, you got the lights, the cameras, and all of that, and it will just stun the enemy. Stun them. Man, there's so many.
Random question, go.
Yeah. You know, what is the formula for an isosceles triangle? Or what is the whatever it is? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
What is mitochondria?
Yeah. Powerhouse of the cell. The powerhouse of the cell. So yeah, Dying Light 2 had a new thing, and it was a new
which
thing.
actually opened. Now, some of this news is going to be mixed in from Gamescom opening night live, and then most of this is going to be from the Xbox event, which was sort of lackluster. Opened great with Dying Light 2. After that,
wasn't that great. That great. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is rated M for mature, so hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your grandmother, because her heart might not take it. So here we go.
Sometimes I wonder what this city looked like before all this. Probably like many others. People had their ambitions, plans, lives. Now it's all gone. The virus started it, but it was the people who made the world the way it is. This city, Villador. They tell me they had a vision. They had hope. But soon, one vision broke into many different ones.
That's
an ugly one.
Right.
War broke out.
He hit every hit a stick on the ugly tree falling down, that's for sure.
Hope died. Now the city is falling.
Each time we strike down an enemy, we absorb their strength.
But I can't.
Really? Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, wow.
I still think that would hurt you.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I still think that would hurt you.
I have to pick a side.
The Bazaar needs good people. You're doing great so far.
I have to make a difference.
Let's check and see.
Close your eyes, guys.
Nope. Some of those enemy like suit designs remind me of like Mad Max.
Yeah.
How about
that probably would break your leg.
Just a little bit.
Has he got like super strength or something? He kicked him so hard he turned into a skeleton. Man, I'd hate to like kick somebody so hard they turned into a skeleton.
Right.
I'd be
You
scared
thought
of
getting
myself.
kicked by a horse or a mule hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently he hurts worse.
Yeah, don't let this guy kick you guys. He'll be a skeleton. But hey, you know, if he kicks all the zombies, then they can't get back up.
Right.
You know, they just turn to dust.
They won't. They fall down, but they won't get back up again.
Nope, they won't. You know, I'm glad to see more of it. Amy says intense. Yeah, very intense. You know, we've got the first one. It's been a long time since we, you know, had another Dying Light. They did do a lot of post-launch DLC.
Yeah.
So, you know, with this, I'm, you know, I probably won't play it because there's way too many zombie games out there these days.
Right.
But, you know, this is for some people. I know Robbie really loved the first game. Like I bought it and then I never played it. And then Robbie borrowed it and beat it and everything. What did you think of it, Derek?
No, I liked it a lot. Like, you know, they said something about they're gonna like have twice as many parkour moves as the first one. So, and you can definitely see that on display. They are definitely evolving this game. It kind of reminds me of Shadow of War. It's like everything's 4 times bigger. The world is 4. You know, that one trailer where the guy kept saying 4 times bigger. But in this one, instead of saying it, Dying Light actually is doing it. It's like, oh look, we're increasing everything you love about the game, and it's like, cool.
Yeah, that's all we need. That's all we need.
Yep.
All we need
is love.
Ba-da-doo. Brandon asks, have you beaten the director's cut of Ghost? No, he hasn't.
No, I haven't. I'll be 100% honest. I have not.
Next up, the limited edition Forza Horizon 5 controller has splashes of color. I'm not going to play the trailer, but I will show
Yeah.
everybody. This is the controller. It looks like Rage 2.
Right. You know,
Like,
like I like the color schemes, but it looks like someone vomited color on the controller.
yeah, yeah. It's cool that you can see the motors and all of that, but it's it
And
is
I
what
get
it
it for
is.
practical effect, but I'm not a big fan of like the translucent design for controllers because obviously yes, it is plastic, but when you have see-through plastic, it makes it feel more cheap to me.
Yeah, like the only ones that can get away with that is the N64 and the Game Boy Colors back in the day.
Yeah.
It's the only ones that
So
get a pass on that. You know.
Yeah, I know you. I don't know if you did it. I don't know if you want to do it for time, but you did skip over one.
Oh
About
yeah, this one's
yeah,
big. This one's big,
yeah.
guys.
So
Yeah. So the big thing, the thing that I took away from the Gamescom, Xbox Gamescom thing was cloud gaming will be coming to
mhm,
Xbox consoles this holiday, letting you play select Series X games on Xbox One.
right,
That is huge.
yeah,
That is
and you know
huge.
that they've already had cloud gaming like on your phone, and then they
Mhm,
said and now it's coming to other platforms. I know it'll be coming holiday, like you said,
mhm,
and I was like, how's it going to work on console? And it's like, oh, here's a concept. You have Game Pass. It's only for Game Pass Ultimate people.
mhm.
Let's just throw that out there. Like Game Pass is already 10, Ultimate's just $5 more, and you get the gold online membership with it. So
Yep.
upgrade or get it if you don't have it. But cloud gaming will work is like, say, you're having your friends are playing a Game Pass game and they really hype it up. They want you to play it. And then you're like, all right, maybe sometime this week. You get on, you see them on, you talk to them. They're like, hey, you should jump in with us. Most of the time now, you have to download games to your hard drive before you can play them, right? Well, when this feature and update comes in holiday, all you got to do is, as long as it's on Game Pass, and it says you can just click on it and it streams the game on your console, so you don't have to wait for downloading. Especially if you have terrible internet or download speed, all you have to do is click on it and you can play with your friends. And they said it streams in 4K, 60 frames a second. So or at least that's what a lot of developers are targeting for their games when
Mhm.
this update rolls out. So this was huge. This was the biggest thing, and now it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, my friends are playing X game. I've been thinking about playing that. Don't have it downloaded? No problem. Just jump in and play with them.
Oh yeah. Like, okay. Last night I got on my phone.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've done this yet. Okay.
Okay.
I got on my phone and I opened up the xCloud gaming and everything.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go to the one here so y'all can
Okay.
see this. So it loads up and everything, and I was able to pull up Hades, Psychonauts
Oh,
2, Psychonauts, like whatever I wanted, even Jedi Fallen Order, like all on my phone, and be able to play it. So Psychonauts 2 literally just launched yesterday.
yep.
I'm fixing to hit play. Turn it over, and it loads in,
Wow.
and it's loading in and everything. But hey, this is crazy.
It
Like
is.
there are games that you can do touch on and everything. Say boom,
Mhm.
Xbox logo. It's bringing up the game. I'm literally can play a game, tap to start playing.
Yep.
And like you can add a controller and everything so you're not,
Yeah.
on there, but that's the splash screen and everything for like Double Fine,
Yeah.
their 20th anniversary. That is crazy, guys.
Yeah.
That is crazy. There was somebody the setting up all the menu and all of that. That is insane. That is insane. That is on a phone.
Yeah.
I'm playing an Xbox game. Somebody in the group was saying stuff about like Bethesda like sequestering away like for 6 months like Elder Scrolls 6 when they launch it and everything. I was
Yeah.
like, well, you could just because they're not going to put it on PlayStation first. I was like, you could just play it like on cloud.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah,
And there you go.
my phone is so much power, and I was just like, okay, whatever, you want to wait and play it on the PS5, that's your deal if you want to do that, but you literally could play it on a PC on your phone. Like, it's crazy. It is
Yeah.
absolute
It
crazy.
is. Like I told you when they announced that the other day, I was like, they're coming for the Stadia's lunch. Like, they're literally backing up that dump truck and pouring on it, and they're like, it's like Avatar, The Last Airbender. It's like there is no Stadia in Ba Sing Se.
No. And what's crazy is there's no lag. I've played Stadia.
Right.
I've done PlayStation Now. I've done remote play on my phone. This is head and shoulders above it, guys. Head and shoulders above it. So I'm excited about that. I just wanted to point that out and everything. The next game that was announced was the Cult of Detonation expansion that will be coming to Wasteland 3 October 5th. They've got a link and everything for a video. We've got a long show. I'm just going to skip this one.
Got you.
The next one was pretty cool that they're continuing to support this game. State of Decay 2 Homecoming DLC includes a new map, 6 new bases, new weapons, and will be available on September 1st.
Yep.
And you can get this via Game Pass and all that good stuff. I'm loading this up as we speak. And let's take a look at this. This is rated M, guys, so be aware.
It's a zombie game, so.
Hope. It's always been a dangerous world in Trumbull Valley.
But this is going back to the original place of the first game. You left
and you also revisited it from the Heartland DLC as well. But this is more open. It's not linear like it was in Heartland either.
Yep.
And in the face of a growing threat, hope is the greatest weapon we have.
A lot of zombie games, guys.
Yeah.
We will survive.
I'm a survivor.
That derpy face. It was just like.
Welcome back to Trumbull Valley.
So there you go. I've never been huge on State of Decay. State of Decay 2 came out and there were a lot of issues with this game, but I'm glad to see that they've continued to support it and that it is finally getting its legs under it. I know the Heartland kind of helped that and everything, but I'm glad to see, it doing more and that they crossed the 10 million player threshold.
Yeah,
10 million
that was
players.
impressive too. For yes, we know it's on PC as well, but it's for it being an exclusive, that's huge.
Murdoch said, I never played the first one. I didn't really play it. My friend Robbie, one of the old show hosts, he was huge into the game, and it's like a permadeath kind of thing, but you could build up a camp. You can build, recruit people into your base and everything, build up, different skills and all of that, while still exploring. So it's kind of a pretty in-depth game, but it's not so in-depth where like you don't enjoy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
there's always purpose, and it always keeps you engaged.
Yeah. So that's coming out September 1st, guys. So if you want to jump in on that, and this would be a great time to jump into it. You don't have to play the other ones for this.
Yep.
So there you go.
But to our biggest Xbox news.
Yep. My Little Pony Panda Express edition.
Lord, the merger you never knew you needed. Panda Express and My Little Pony.
Exactly. You didn't know it, but now you do. Now you want it. The Halo Infinite news that came out during Gamescom, the first one being the release date has been set for December 8th. So there you go. Next beta will focus on 4v4 Slayer and Big Team Battle. And then lastly, will not have campaign co-op or Forge at launch. They did have a little video that was showing some story and everything. It's a cool video. Not going to play it here. Y'all can look it up and everything. I'm glad we finally got a date. They are hitting this holiday season. We were concerned that they wouldn't do it. I don't care for them cutting the co-op to put it later. Forge, I never really cared for. I don't, I know a lot of people did, but the campaign, I always loved playing co-op. But for them to hit it on December 8th, I understand.
Yeah. Well, and there had been some rumors like a couple weeks ago, there was rumors that they could launch the free-to-play multiplayer first and launch the story later. And then, they even, I didn't post it here, but when they said we'll not have campaign co-op in Forge, they actually considered delaying it again so they could have that at launch, and they decided against it. It's like, no, we need to hit this December 8th, which probably was for the better, honestly. So
yeah. No co-op in launch, Murdoch, but it will not be included in the Master Chief Collection. This is a totally separate game, but if you have Game Pass, you will be getting it that way. So it's not going to be part of the Master Chief Collection, because the Master Chief Collection is bloated in it of itself, like it's with its install and everything. So this is going to be Halo moving forward for a very long time. So they're trying not to bog it down with the Master Chief collections with all the other games on top of it. So they need I think a lot of this is more of not necessarily they need money. Yes, it will sell, but they need to prove that Halo is back. That's what they're trying to prove here.
They need to revitalize the franchise.
Exactly. And from what we saw on, E3, I'm stoked for the multiplayer. I cannot wait to get into it. There will be something we will be playing here. And then the campaign, I can't wait to see what all of that is about.
Yep. Hopefully they can. Hopefully they don't overpromise this time.
Yep. Under promise, over deliver. That's always 100%. The way. Yep. Amy said that is a unique marketing campaign. The My Little Pony Panda Express. Hey, that's what we do here. We come up with viable marketing campaigns.
No idea is too crazy at the Nerd Cave.
A few other things that I announced with Halo, that they will be doing a special edition Elite Series 2 controller. It looks really cool. I haven't pulled it up, so you get to look it up. This is like a scavenger hunt tonight, guys. It's like a scavenger hunt. And then lastly, they have announced a limited edition Series X Xbox that celebrates Halo and the Xbox. Both of them launched at the same time.
Because this year is Halo's 20th anniversary, so.
Let's take a look at it. It looks dope.
Yeah.
This is Spartan.
My Christmas is coming up soon.
Can anyone hear me?
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. Yeah, when they were like, "Oh, we got one more thing," I'm like, "What are they going to show?" But then it was like the console and everything.
Get ready.
Get ready.
That gold is so nice.
Oh yeah. I love that it has like the stars.
Yeah. That's schmexy.
Yeah. Like that is a good looking console, guys.
Yeah.
That is a good looking console.
And I'm surprised they already, yes, for the 20th anniversary they had to, but I'm surprised how quick. Not even, by the time it comes out, it'll be a year. And the console, by the way, is launching November 15th before the game. So I'm sure they wanted to get it out for the 20th anniversary, but it's weird that usually special edition consoles don't come out till about 2 years after the console has launched. So it's like barely a year by the time this is out, and they already have a special edition.
Yeah. But it makes sense. 20th anniversary, you got to do something big. You don't want to be like Sonic or how they treated Zelda, nothing like that. You want to do it big. So you
exactly.
You treat the man that took you to the dance, and that is the Master Chief.
Right.
That's the Master Chief. We got some Xbox quickies coming at you. So Derek, take them away.
So the first one is Sea of Thieves is launching a Borderlands collaboration, including a themed ship which you can grab from now until September 7th. Crusader Kings 3 is coming to consoles for the very first time in series history, and it will also be coming to the PlayStation consoles as well, not just Xbox. Age of Empires 4 to get 28 documentary-style videos about medieval history called Hands-On History, which includes deep dives into trebuchets, medieval surgery, bows and arrows, and more. And finally, Microsoft Flight Simulator to get World 6 update on September 7th, and a competitive racing mode later this year. A lot of updates and a lot of things happening on the early part of September.
Yeah, the Age of Empires 4, like the hands-on history, I was watching that yesterday on Gamescon. And that's actually cool. I love history, and like they're bringing in history in the game. They showed the trebuchet one and the announcement and everything, and that I was glued to it. I was like, this is really cool. And they were explaining how they're going to be intertwining that into like the campaign or whatever, and like teaching people and all of that. I'm down for it. Assassin's Creed also brought this into, they did something with Odyssey where you could, have a tour and all of this kind of stuff. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The Discovery Tour.
Yeah, so I'm digging games like having more historical things, that it's not just we're playing this for for fun or whatever. It's like you can learn stuff at the same time. It's a good way to help your brain, and it's also a good way for younger kids to have something to say. Oh, that's going to rot your brain. Be like, no, I'm actually learning about how to hack a man's leg off back in medieval times. Or
get
leeches.
You some. Would you like to see a person? Would you like to see a real life demonstration?
Guys, we're moving into our PlayStation news segment, which also includes some Gamescom news. First up, Epic offered Sony $200 million to get PlayStation games on PC. This cropped up like a few months ago, if I remember right, but then it like blew up again this past week.
Yeah, so since last year, Epic Games has been in a legal battle with Apple. When the case was argued in May, a lot of information came out during the trial that this includes Epic offering Sony millions to get first-party PlayStation games onto PC. While this news has been around since May, a lot of documents and information surfaced during the span of 21 days. But a new report from The Verge, which recaps some of the most interesting exhibits presented during the trial, shared a lot of interesting things from both parties involved in the case. According to a 222-page confidential document shared during the trial, the Fortnite developer offered Sony $200 million to get Sony to put at least 4 first-party games to PC. The document notes Epic was waiting for a response from Sony and that the offer was $200 million plus 4 to 6 titles. Unfortunately, there is not much information as to what the deal between Epic and Sony consisted of, and whether or not an exclusivity deal was mentioned to have these PC ports available only on Epic Games Store. But it's important to note that the PC versions of Days Gone and Horizon Zero Dawn were released on Epic's digital storefront in addition to its competitor Steam. And of course, they showed the just a blown up version of the document, which was it in detail. The document also states that Epic Games had individual tactics on trying to get Microsoft and Nintendo on the Epic Games Store, the latter which Epic described as a, quote, moonshot. The document states that Epic was in, quote, opening conversations with Microsoft, and Xbox boss Phil Spencer met with Valve CEO Gabe Newell occasionally. While another sub-bullet, which is likely referring to Xbox Game Pass for PC, was something, quote, against what Epic's doing. While the document does not provide too much information on what Epic Games discussed with these 3 gaming giants, Epic Games may have convinced Sony to move in a direction that would bring its first-party games to a PC gaming audience within the last year. Sony has made it clear this year was more of its first-party games will come to PC. In an interview with GQ earlier this year, Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Jim Ryan noted it was a straightforward decision to create more PC ports of its first-party titles. So, yeah, so it's crazy that Epic has throwaway money at this point, but it's crazy to think that they offered that in exchange for only 4 to 6 titles. It's like, how much money? Like, what if you wanted to go get like some of the like? I want to know what those titles included. Like, obviously, maybe Horizon and Days Gone.
Probably God of War as well.
Probably, maybe an Uncharted game. Um, Possibly Death Stranding. I don't know how that works, with Kojima and everything, but definitely some of the bigger hits of the last couple of years.
Last of Us.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, maybe.
Yeah, like, and 200 million, like, it isn't anything to turn your nose up at,
No.
with, let's say 200, we'll just do 200 divided by 4. So each of them $50 million, which is kind of hard to do, like just PC alone. So let's say 200 divided by 6. That would be 33 million each. Like, Sony, yes, they could port them. I know there's a huge, plethora of PC players and everything, but like guaranteed money is better than no guaranteed money.
Oh yeah.
One in the hand's better than 2 in the bush.
Yep.
But hey, Sony didn't bite. So, and they've got a studio that is now literally made for porting PlayStation games.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, Sony looked at that as like, yeah, 200 million is nice, but you know what? We can just buy our own studio for way cheaper and get them to port and do their own ports and like do it in house, and we make all the money.
Yeah, all the money. Moving to someone that talks about all the money, Herman Hulst discusses the future of PlayStation and more in a new interview.
So in an interview with website Game Informer, PlayStation Studios head Herman Hulst discussed everything from the beginning of his career to now and beyond in regards to what he believes the future of the company to be, and the future of PlayStation games heading to PC. While Hulst does reiterate that platform-exclusive games will still be at the core of PlayStation's future, he does state that they will continue to look towards moving games over to PC, though MLB The Show remains the exception as something that they would never look to move to PC. Quote, the one exception to the rule, that was MLB The Show. I think what people have begun to realize is that it's actually MLB Advanced Media that's the publisher on Xbox, so it's not us. I honestly can't see us doing that with one of the platform defining experiences that we're making at PlayStation Studios. Hulst also talks briefly about the 25 games currently in production within PlayStation Studios. Quote, I want us to develop a wide variety of games. We're a truly global organization, developing games in Japan, Europe, and America. I want the games to be both bigger and smaller and in different genres.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And it kind of goes with what, we've talked all of course, over the many months about all the different ways and facets and fingers Sony wants to get into with their exclusives and their studios, from anything to smaller indie titles to multiple projects at stuff to remakes to bigger budget exclusives to beefing up their studios to doing multiplayer exclusives and getting more in that department. So, games as service model stuff. Yeah. So they want to get their hands in a lot of cookie jars. So we'll see. I kind of hope they kind of rein it in and just put a singular focus on stuff for the near future and then build toward, the distant.
Yeah, like it seems like they're kind of spinning, their will, not necessarily spinning their wheels, but they're counting their eggs before they hatch. They keep,
exactly.
Like, oh, well, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and putting a ton on their more successful, developers and everything. And when you need to, Echo is on apparently. Thank you for letting me know. They're needing to kind of focus on everything. So, yeah. I turned it off now.
Yeah.
Guys. I got it now. I don't know why did it just turn on? Well, this is going to be, interesting for some of y'all. At least. Yeah, it's off now. So, thank you for letting me know. Moving on to the trailers from Gamescom. Jet: The Far Shore comes to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC on October 5th. This is the one, the weird flying game, right?
Yeah. Like, we still can't figure out what's going on, even though the last trailer gave a little bit more clarity, but it's like, what's happening?
Yeah. And I'm gonna just call it right now. It's gonna be weird, and we're gonna skip that one. So if you want a weird flying game, then check out Jet: The Far Shore, October 5th, PlayStation 5, PS4, and PC, October 5th. The one that's interesting. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just gonna say the next one though.
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah,
I'm pumped for.
Yeah.
Sifu comes to PlayStation 5, PS4, and PC on February 22nd, 2022. Also the same day as the new Destiny expansion.
Yeah.
But let's check out this one.
February is gonna be bogged down.
Dude, it's gonna be
rip my wallet.
Yeah. Let's check it out. This one is like the more you die, the older you get.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, and then it shows the date and everything. Apparently Sifu means master or teacher, and I agree 100%, Murdoch. I definitely want to play this. This is like on the list of like games that I'm going to play.
And they did say that the deluxe edition, one of the perks for that will be you get to play it a couple days early. Like I forget if it's 2 or 3 days early, but you do get to play it a couple days early if you get the deluxe edition.
Well, there you go, guys. If you get the deluxe edition, you get it a little bit earlier. Maybe by the time it comes out, he'll be 1,000.
Maybe. So, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wonder how old you can get him.
That's what I was wondering too. I'm just like, how old until you just have to restart from like the young age again? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be a cap.
Yeah, got to be a cap. Just like there had to be a date. There had to be a date.
And I was just about to say, I said February was bogged down. Well, it's about to get even crazier because the one we've all been waiting for, my friend, has finally gotten a date.
God of War's not on this list.
I mean, the one that we know is coming soon, that we've seen gameplay for.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
So,
Horizon Forbidden West will be coming to the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 February 18th, 2022. And guys, I'm just saying, my birthday month looking pretty stacked. Pretty thick. Yeah.
With 3 C's and a Q.
3 C's and a Q. Let's take a look at the release date announcement trailer.
Hi everyone. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. My name is Matthijs de Jonge, game director.
Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the show, guys.
I'm here to exciting news on our upcoming sequel. It's been a few months since we at Guerrilla were able to share our first gameplay experience as part of PlayStation State of Play, giving you a glimpse of where Aloy's journey will take her next, and showcasing exciting new elements like swimming, free climbing, expanded melee combat, and more. At that time,
I'll be glad that melee is going to be better.
And we had ended the final stage of development. On track, but a bit uncertain if we would be able to polish the game to the level of quality that we strive for. It's no surprise that our teams were hugely impacted by the global pandemic. We've been adjusting to new workflows and other challenges while keeping our team safe and prioritizing a healthy work-life balance. But today we can finally confirm that our long-awaited sequel will come to both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on the 18th of February 2022.
There you go.
To start next week on the 2nd of September. We're so grateful to you.
It's weird that they picked a specific day for pre-orders to go up.
Yeah.
But maybe there'll be announced a collector's edition.
Maybe PS5.
One can hope. Plot twist, they only do a special edition PS4.
Before we go, there's one more thing to share with you, and it's something our community has been asking about for a while now. The patch for 60 FPS support for Horizon Zero Dawn on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, this was big too.
You can find more information on our social channels. From all of us at Gorilla and PlayStation, thank you for all your support.
All right. So
yeah,
we got a date.
For someone who hasn't finished our June and July game club of the month, yeah, I get to experience that on my PlayStation 5.
Yeah, you're finally going to get it. Yeah.
No, this was great. So
yeah, Brandon, so cool. Yeah, like it looks awesome. I can't wait for it. And yeah, we do share a birthday month, Dan. That's right, because we're cool.
One thing I want to add is these poor indie games. You know what I mean? Like PlayStation's like, hey, we have these amazing indie games like Kena Bridge of Spirits, Sifu, but then it's going to be overshadowed by coming out around a big AAA game. Like Kena was supposed to be 4 days after, like it was supposed to be Tuesday, 4 days after Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Then it got delayed and it's coming out 3 days before Death Stranding Director's Cut. And now Sifu's coming out 4 days after Horizon Forbidden West. So it's like
they're playing an EA right now.
Right.
They're playing an EA with Battlefield and Titanfall.
Yeah. A week apart. Oh my God.
Yeah, a week apart and everything. So yeah, you know. But you know, I'm sure Sony would love to pay back Nintendo for Zelda coming out the same same time as Horizon.
Dude, how bad would it be if like that Friday? Because when is hold on, let me do a quick search. Okay, the 18th of Friday. How bad would it be if that same day Nintendo's like, and Breath of the Wild 2 is out on that same day?
We would be hearing more about it if it was.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you know,
it
it's
would
just
be
the
really bad.
irony of it.
It would be really bad.
They can't escape it.
Yeah, Dan, don't care about your work environment. Just give us the game.
Right. So, you know, and I did say it, February. It's not to the day. It's like 10 days earlier from the 5-year anniversary. But they did put it out in the same month. It came out 5 years ago. So they stuck with it.
Yep, they did. And again, the 60 frames per second 4K enhancement is available right now on PlayStation 5.
Yep. So already have it downloaded. It's like a 200. If you have a PlayStation 5 up there, it's only like a 200 megabyte download. So real quick.
That's not bad.
But speaking of quick, we are not done with the PlayStation news as we have a couple PlayStation quickies to get to.
Get it.
So first off, continuing the Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon train, Aloy will come to Genshin Impact on September 1st. That is next week, guys. September continues to roll out with updates and releases. PlayStation exclusive Wild, led by Michelle Ancel, has reportedly been canceled. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is a rumored PlayStation Plus September free game. And Death Stranding Director's Cut trailer gives us an extended look at new features. Didn't include that in the trailer because the trailer is 9 minutes long, so you could definitely check that on your own, guys. But a lot of good, I watched it last night, it's more quality of life updates, but a lot of good stuff, especially like the new missions and new stuff they integrate into the game.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday. It is really, really flipping long, but it's cool at the end with like the water, like everything's like upside down and that big, huge like well thing or what.
Right.
I don't even know what it is. It was cool looking. You know, one of these days I might eventually probably never play that game, but hey, it's there, guys.
The best thing I do like about it is the buddy bot, like the little like legs where you can sit on it or place cargo, and it's like, all right, take a load off, literally.
Yeah, exactly. And the jumping, like it starts and it's like you're just like jumping, like just like catapulting yourself, and it's like, is this a falling simulator now instead of a walking simulator?
Like when he jumped, I was like, what are you doing? And then he just like floats. I'm like, oh, new gear, got it.
Yeah. Well, there is the huge discussion that we have this week. We got some quick hits for you guys.
And I'll say the quick hits keep on coming.
You ready, Derek?
Oh, yes. So the first couple ones are going to be Call of Duty related. Call of Duty Vanguard developer hints it could move beyond Call of Duty for new projects. Call of Duty Vanguard reportedly takes up to 270 gigabytes of space. Rest in peace, 500 gig hard drives. Call of Duty Warzone to get a new map and anti-cheat later this year. Call of Duty Zombies coming, the mode this year is coming from Treyarch. They've kind of talked about how all all studios are hands-on with COD, and it's kind of like the Ubisoft thing, like different studios are working on different things. So it looks like Treyarch will be doing the Zombies mode this year. Call of Duty Vanguard Alpha on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 will offer Champion Hill mode, and it begins August 27th. That is tomorrow, guys. Avengers War for Wakanda expansion possibly leaks Loki, Scarlet Witch, and Doctor Strange for future content. For the millionth time, Skyrim is re-releasing for its 10th anniversary coming November 11th, 10 years to the day on PS5 and Series X and S, and will probably still be $60 because why not? They want money. Rocket League will move to Unreal Engine 5, but it's a, quote, long-term project. Doom Slayers Collection is out now for Switch. Rumor, The Witcher 4 is already in development, but it will be due no earlier than 2025. Guardians of the Galaxy developer is changing the origins of the superhero team. Well, and they also did a trailer where they showed off the Grand Unifier Raker, confirmed to show in the new Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. Mortal Kombat 12 is reportedly a priority over new Injustice game, which is weird. We'll get to that after this. Cyberpunk 2077 multiplayer and expansions are still in the pipeline, suggests a data mine. WWE 2K22 to release in March of 2022, but it's rumored to have created a seriously strained relationship between WWE and 2K Games. Datamine suggests Apex Legends Season 11 will add a new Tropic Island map. Destiny 2 Season of the Lost announced, and it's going on now through February 22nd, and will end with the Witch Queen expansion. Destiny 2 also brings back the Gjallarhorn as part of Bungie's 30th anniversary. Assassin's Creed Odyssey gets 60 frames per second update for new consoles. The 128GB Oculus Quest 2 is out now. Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster launches for PC and mobile September 8th. Dying Light 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy getting NVIDIA RTX support at release. King of Fighters 15 comes to PS5, PS4, Series X and S, and PC on February 22nd, 2022. Again, February's going to be stacked. And lastly, it's toward the end of the month. September starts next Wednesday, so you get new games with gold. Not usually it's paired with PlayStation Plus, but they do the first Tuesday every month, so they got one more week before they announce their new games. But your Xbox games with gold for September 2021 are as follows. The entire month of September, you get Warhammer Chaos Bane. From September 16th to October 15th, you get Mulaka. From September 1st to the 15th, you get Zone of the Enders HD Collection. And from the 16th through the 30th of the month, you get Samurai Showdown 2.
Okay, I'm excited for Zone of Enders 2. I mean, Zone of Enders HD Collection.
Yep.
Getting that. I remember playing the demo like crazy back in the day. I'm going to be getting that. A few things that I know we're both going to want to touch real quick. Call of Duty finally getting an anti-cheat. A little too late.
Yeah.
Little too late. Little too late.
They've been working on it, but
yeah, like a little too late. And then Avengers War for Wakanda, like teasing Loki, Scarlet Witch, and Doctor Strange. I'm glad that they're putting out more people, but where's Spider-Man?
They did say
I know we reported on it last week, but where's Spider-Man?
Right. My thing is what if they launched it when No Way Home comes out?
Yeah, I could see that. Give us a story with it. Like, just don't put him in the game.
Well, it's like I was talking about with you last night. It's like they just kind of advertised Kate Bishop as like a new character in the game. They didn't say she had story content, so maybe it's going to be. I would assume, because it seems like every character they drop gets story content, big or small. So I think they'll continue that.
Yeah, hopefully bigger for him, because like he is the biggest character in Marvel. And then I know, Derek, that you are so excited to get Skyrim on the PlayStation 5.
Oh,
and you're going to buy it on the Xbox as well. I know you're such a Skyrim fanboy, so
totally, man. platinumed it on
I
all
l-
consoles.
I love
I even
Skyrim.
platinumed on the mini fridge.
Yeah, I love Skyrim, but my lord, stop it, please.
I know.
Mortal Kombat 12.
Yeah.
What is going on there, man?
Yeah, like I'd like to know this too. Like, it's a priority, or like they just put out new content for Mortal Kombat 11? Was it early this year, late last year, something like that? And it's like we haven't had a new Injustice game. Like they did a little bit of content for Injustice 2, but they haven't done updates. Like they've consistently like I understand it's more of a recent thing for fighting games to do like have a longer tail end to the game, but you just kind of put out Injustice 2 and left it alone. You would think it's time to like give those developers a break from straight Mortal Kombat. Like they're trying to roll with that train of like the movie and you know the DLC for the game, and it's like I get that they want to keep that gravy train rolling because Mortal Kombat 11's probably made them so much the most money out of all their in series history. But there's a reason for that because you kept doing content. Like give Injustice a chance. Like see what it can do for you. You know, like even if it's like a Rockstar Games thing where GTA is your cash cow and there's Mortal Kombat, and then you have Red Dead and Injustice, which does good. They're good games, but doesn't make you quite as much money. But you know,
I find it kind of foolish not to keep stoking the flames for Injustice, because Injustice 2 was bigger, and had more of a fanfare when it launched than the first one. So it's only going to get better as it goes. The last one that I wanted to kind of hit real quick was WWE 2K22. And how, like, what could have happened to create a strained relationship between them?
Well, part of it was, because Ukes was the main developer for 2K games, and then they left to go work on AEW's game. That was the first nail in the coffin, and that definitely soured some grapes, which is why they didn't do a proper 2K game. Like, they did Battlegrounds last year, but it was more of like the arcade style, like NBA Playgrounds. But they didn't have a proper 2K games release because it was having so many problems. And, it was supposed to come out, usually WWE's in the fall, like late October, and then they had to delay it till March. And that's what put like a big strain on the relationship between when they had to push it till the following year. It's like, look, we're going to go 2 straight years without a wrestling game. Like, what's going on, guys? Like, what's happening? So it makes me wonder what's going to happen first. Are they going to is 2K going to pass off the baton to another studio to work on WWE, or is Vince McMahon going to pull the plug and be like, I'm done with you guys, I'm going somewhere else?
Yeah, Brandon brings up the point that the last one was really, really bad. I remember that. Who do you think could take over the mantle? Like, who do you think would be good at this to be able to make a wrestling game that isn't trash?
That's a good question, because it's not like a lot of people are known for that. The first thing that comes to mind is like the people who do UFC, but the UFC games do okay sales wise. So I don't know if it would be gangbusters, and like it would definitely be a bigger move for Vince McMahon to go to EA Sports, which has a bigger budget and a lot more money. And with all the microtransactions they like to throw out, that they would bring in a lot more revenue for him. But would that bring the best product? So I don't know. Like, I know it's kind of more of a cult hit, but the studio who did Fire Pro Wrestling, like I know that game's like a beloved sort of series, and it's like I said, it's a cult hit, but I would like to see what they give with a full-fledged budget and a actual wrestling game with, I know they have Kenny Omega working with them, but I don't know. That'd be kind of like the sleeper pick, but I don't know. I don't have anyone like that just jumps out at me, other than the only thing, if they wanted to keep it in-house, would be give it to you'd have to beef them up and be able to form a second team, but give it to the NBA 2K developers, No,
I've lost trust in them.
I mean, yes, they do shove microtransactions down your throat. I give that, but at least they still make the gameplay great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I still don't trust them as far as I can throw them.
Yeah.
For me, like, it's finding somebody that can do it. Like, I miss the old school wrestling games, like the WWE Nitro. No, sorry.
Yeah.
WCW Nitro, the Mayhems, the 90s to 2000 wrestling games that weren't like simulations, but were more, it wasn't like super cartoony like the one that they put out, or the one they put out like when we were in college. I can't remember what it was, like Super Slam, something like that. All-Star Brawl, I think. Yeah, All-Star Brawl, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that cartoony, but it wasn't like full simulation. It was kind of in between them. Those games were great. Those games were, not the greatest as well, but like they were much better than just like what we've been getting and everything. So I'm curious to see where it goes. I didn't pull up my list of words to exchange curious this week, but
yeah, exactly. But supposedly like the revamp, like the combat system and like the generator that, for the character design is great. Apparently it's vastly improved from what reports have said. So maybe that's a step in the right direction, but I know like the delay till March really rubbed people the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, and I'm curious. I'm wondering how the AEW game is going to go,
Right. Like how much like obviously I don't think it'll be ready this year, but how much like in a alternate universe that AEW sees us and is like smells blood in the water. It's like we're dropping this fall and we're already going to be better than what you have planned in the pipeline, and Vince McMahon loses his mind.
If they do, yes. Like more power to them. More power to them. Yeah. So yeah. Any others that you want to hit?
Nope, that's pretty much all the ones I was gonna do.
And Gallahorn's back, baby.
Like, I know people lost their mind when they announced it. I'm like, now is it going to be nerfed like they did at the end before they took it out, or is it going to be like OG Gallahorn?
Gallahorn back in the day was just absolutely crazy.
You saw that, and it was over.
Yeah. Brandon brings up an interesting point. That CM Punk has now returned, that he's in AEW, so I'm sure that will sell games easily as well.
I wonder if they plan that. Like, obviously AEW doesn't plan around stuff like that, but I wonder if it's just like, CM Punk's talking about coming back, and we're doing a video game. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Just like it's perfect timing to end this show, guys. We hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the follow, the subscribe, the this and the that, and all the good stuff, so you don't miss out on any of the episodes that we do each and every week on Thursdays. Guys, we love you. This has been Zach
and Jason Waterfalls.
Y'all have a blessed week. Bye.